Okay. I got this. Hey y'all, my name is Maya and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually my first video on YouTube. I've been meaning to join YouTube for quite some time, but I've just been putting it off. But thankfully my friends continue to encourage me and I finally found the time, made the time for it, so here I am. Today I'm gonna be filming what I consider my go-to makeup look. So if I need to run out the house and like go meet up with friends and grab something to eat or hit a happy hour, maybe go to a meeting, this is pretty much the look you're gonna get from me. It's very simple. I would call it an everyday face, but I don't wear makeup every day, so I'll just call it my go-to look. So if you guys like to see how I achieve this look, stay tuned. I'm starting by priming my skin with my Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. I have combination skin, so I'm really oily in my T-zone, which is my forehead and my nose. And I'm really working on like pressing that into my skin. And this really does help me combat oil. Next, I'm using my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I'm using the medium dark 4 shade, which is Macao. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm dampening my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and dipping that into my foundation and buffing that all over my face. For my concealer, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Biscuit, which is medium dark 1. This has actually become one of my favorite concealers. I used to be addicted to the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and it's good, but this one is just so creamy and really easy to blend out. So using a damp beauty blender, I'm gonna spritz it really quick with my Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray, and I'm gonna blend that into my face. And blending is so important. I really can't stress it enough. When you're using your highlight, you do not want lines of demarcation on your face where your concealer is meeting your foundation. And just to make sure that it's blended really well, I'm flipping my beauty blender over and using the fat side to blend out the concealer even more. Using a spoolie, I'm going to brush my brows into place and use my favorite brow product, Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in Chocolate. And I'm using an angled eyebrow brush by Sonia Kashuk or Kashuk. I actually found this brand in Target. I think it's the number 110 angled eyebrow brush. The number is rubbed off a little bit, so I can't really see it. I'm starting by defining the line under my brow. And then I'm moving to the top of my brow and defining that line as well. And using the remaining product to fill my brow in. And if you notice, when I'm working towards the front of my brow, I'm kind of flicking it out. And I'm still only using the product that I used the very first time. I'm not going back in and using more product. I was really feeling that brow, y'all. Brows make me happy. I think they're probably one of the most important features on your face. So, and of course on the other side, I'm doing the same thing. Working that product into my brow, not using too much product. I really am a minimalist. I don't think that you have to use all the product in the world. You can always add, but it's really hard to take away product once you put it on your face. To set my concealer, I'm going to use Ben Nye's Luxury Powder in the shade Banana, known to most as banana powder. And using my Real Techniques setting brush, I'm just going to dust that over the areas that I use my concealer. I'm actually not a big baker. Like, this is as much as I'll do for baking. I got a lot on my nose by accident, but under my eyes, it's not necessary, in my opinion, to put a lot of product right there. You will get the same effect just by using a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. I'm also going to apply this right around the corners of my nose. I usually get a little creasing there, and this is going to help set that concealer that I put around my nose. Next, I'm going to take my MAC 195 brush and that same NARS concealer that I used to highlight my face, and I'm just going to define my brow. So any of the Anastasia Dipbrow that got out of place, this is just going to clean it up and make that line really crisp. going to give you crispy brows. And I'm starting kind of midway through my brow, working my way out towards the end, and then going back in towards the crease of my eye. To define the top of my brow, I'm going to use a skin tone concealer. The one that I chose to use is Sephora Bright Future, and it's in the shade 16. Halo brows are no longer a trend, so please, please, please do not use a light shade concealer on top of your brows. Skin tone is the way to go. And I really am not using a lot of product. I've already used concealer on top of my face and my foundation's on, so I'm just cleaning up. I have just enough concealer on my brush to clean up any imperfections, keeping in mind that my eyebrows are not going to be twins. I'm just going to use a spoolie, brush them into place, brushing the product through to get that natural finish. Next, I'm going to dust off this banana powder that's on my face using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in shade Dark. And my favorite powder brush ever by IT Cosmetics. It's the Heavenly Luxe Wand Ball Powder number 8. By the way, I'm putting all the products down below in the description box, so don't worry, you'll be able to see everything I'm using. I'm not adding any extra product when I'm dusting away the banana powder from under my eyes. To contour, I'm going to use my MAC Blunt Powder. I just noticed that my favorite eyeshadow palette is broken. I'm a little clumsy. And I'm working that from the hollows of my cheek up a little bit into my hairline. Don't come for me. I know I didn't put on edge control. I was just trying to get this video up, guys. And I'm also going to blend that down into my cheek, kind of towards my mouth. I'm also warming up my hairline around my forehead. And I'm taking extra time to blend this in because blending is key. I kind of have a really defined cheekbone already, so I try not to do any heavy cream contouring because it just makes me look too chiseled in my opinion. Using my Sephora rounded crease brush, I'm also going to take the MAC blush in Blunt, and I'm blending out that area right where my brows meet my nose, and it just kind of makes it look a little more natural instead of seeing the concealer right under my brow. My favorite blush ever is the Milani Coral Cove, and using a Japanesque blush brush, I'm starting on the apples of my cheek and blending up into my contour so that it's seamless. My favorite part is the highlight. I'm using the Naked Illuminated Shimmering Powder by Urban Decay in the shade Lit. I'm not a big eyeshadow person, especially not on my go-to looks when I'm kind of in a rush. So I'm using MAC's eyeshadow in Saddle and just dusting that into my crease to add a little definition. And I also take that under my eye and I add a little depth under my eye, so it's kind of the transition between my highlight to my eye. For mascara, I'm using Benefit They're Real. I've been addicted to this since college. It's well worth the money. Trust me. I broke my Becca highlighter in Champagne Pop. It's limited edition, so I'm very sad about that, but I'm making it work. And I'm just popping that on the corners of my eye. I'm not always a liner person, but it does help my eyes pop a little bit. So I'm using my Maybelline Cream Eyeliner in Blackest Black and an angle brush. And I'm tight lining, which means I'm just hitting the waterline on my eye. I'm not taking it on the outside of my eyelid. We're almost done. We're going to add some lashes. Wispies give me a little bit of drama, but still look natural. So I'm taking that adhesive off of the lash, using my Duo eyelash glue, dark tone, and just using a thin line of it. The key to putting on lashes, guys, is to let the glue get a little tacky. Let it dry for a few seconds first. Blow it if you need to. And once you do that and you pop it on your eye, it will stick wherever you put it. And if it helps, you can use some tweezers. That helps you really get it right above that lash line, and it looks super natural. Don't tell my best friend, but she left her lipstick at my apartment, so I'm gonna use it in this video. It's actually one of my favorite shades. It's the MAC Viva Glam 2. And yes, that is lip liner. I should probably go get another one. I think this one has seen better days. It's the MAC Plum Lip Liner. And this combination, this lip liner lipstick combination, is one of my favorites. I think it's a very wearable shade. I love it. And last but not least, I'm using my Urban Decay De-Slick Setting Spray. So that's it, y'all. This is the completed look. If you guys are still watching and still here with me, thank you so much for tuning in and staying to the end of the video. If you want to know where I got my fabulous custom bonnet, I'm really obsessed with this thing. I wear it all the time. My friend Shelby actually made this for me. So this side is reversible. This side is silk. This side is satin. And she even made a scarf that matches this for me to like tie my edges down with while I'm getting ready. But today I just threw the bonnet on. So I'll put her information below, and her Instagram name is going to be right here. Just really quickly, my channel obviously is going to be focused for the most part on beauty and makeup. I am a freelance makeup artist, so makeup is one of my passions. I'll throw some natural hair videos in there later on down the line, but for now I'm just going to try and start off with makeup and skincare and just anything beauty related with the face. And hopefully I can get videos up twice a week. I'm shooting for Sundays and Wednesdays, but we'll play that by ear and we'll just see how that works out. All the products that I use today will be listed down below in the description box. Please subscribe, like, comment down below if there's anything specific you'd like to see me do a video on. And of course, share with your friends. Until next time, guys, bye. Bloopers? Oh yeah, I'm definitely throwing bloopers in. You know what? I need a drink. Such a perfectionist, this is driving me crazy. And I finally just got the balls. Maybe I shouldn't say balls. Y'all, I bet my roommate's in her room Snapchatting me. Shocking. Jesus Christ. Description box, comment section. I'm over it.